Some people give all the love they can, yet they remain empty. They pour everything into sustaining relationships, their time, their passion, even their own peace. But what do they get in return? A few moments of closeness and then a long silence. They laugh, they talk, they move among people. But deep down, they are always lonely, as if there is a void in their heart that cannot be filled by any person, any relationship, but only by Allah. Doesn't it sometimes feel that the more sincere you are for someone, the more misunderstood you become? You want someone to understand your intent, your love, but every time you end up alone. And perhaps this isn't merely fate, it is Allah's decree. Allah creates some hearts in such a way that they never find contentment in any human being, because those hearts do not belong to the world. They belong to the Lord. Such people are very special. Relationships come and go in their lives, love is found and lost. But the closer they get to anyone, the more Allah pulls them back toward Himself. These are the hearts that are not permitted to attach themselves to anyone except Allah. And when Allah chooses a heart for Himself, He places certain signs upon it. The first sign: Allah allows such a person's loves to break again and again. You may wish for someone to understand you, to feel your emotions, but every time some mistake, some distance, some separation brings you back to solitude. This isn't because you are unworthy of love, but because Allah does not want your heart to bind itself to any human. Allah knows that if you attach yourself to a person, you will shatter. That is why He saves you every time. It may feel as if your heart is broken, but in truth, Allah is safeguarding your heart for Himself. This is the moment when one begins to realize, perhaps my heart was not made for people. Perhaps Allah wants me to return directly to Him. The second sign: Allah does not grant such a person peace in relationships. No matter how sincere or devoted they may be, you will long for those around you to understand you, to find comfort in your closeness. But you'll see that the more closeness grows, the more misunderstandings arise. Sometimes your feelings are called weakness. Sometimes your silence is mistaken for pride. You pour your soul into maintaining relationships, but in return, you receive only silence. This is the stage where Allah calls you toward Himself through the feeling of solitude. Allah wants you to speak not to people, but to Him, to place your loves not before the world, but before Him. And when you do this, a strange peace begins to descend within you, a peace that does not come from any relationship, a love that comes only from the Lord. The third sign: Allah protects such a person's heart from despair. No matter the circumstances, even when everything seems broken by worldly standards, dreams shattered, hearts scattered, still, a small light remains in their heart. They say, "I'm okay because my Lord is with me." This is the faith that Allah Himself places in their hearts. People wonder how this person remains so steadfast despite so many difficulties, but they do not know that certainty in Allah has awakened within them. The fourth sign: Allah tests such a person with waiting. You make dua, you weep, you lay all your weariness in prostration, but the answer does not come immediately. Days pass, months, years, and you wonder, was my dua not accepted? But Allah is teaching you patience in those moments. He is preparing you for something for which your heart needs to be strong. A mystic once said, when Allah delays something for a heart, it means that thing is not ordinary, it is special. Allah does not reject your dua. He chooses the time so that you understand that the blessing is not the goal, the connection with Him is. The fifth sign: Allah teaches such a person to find answers in silence. A moment comes within your heart when you do not complain to anyone, do not speak, do not explain. You simply remain silent and say in your heart, "Oh Allah, you are watching, that is enough." This is a state that ordinary people cannot understand. This silence is not weakness. It is the pinnacle of trust, where the servant now speaks only to Allah, and this silence becomes a dua that ascends to the heavens. The sixth sign: Allah gives such a person a taste of His closeness. This closeness cannot be seen with the eyes or described in words. It is the moment when the heart weeps in prostration and with tears comes a feeling, "I am not alone. My Lord is with me." Then no sorrow feels too great, No wound feels too heavy. A peace settles within as if Allah himself has written peace into the heart. The Quran reminds, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest." This verse is not just words, it is the story of hearts that broke only to draw closer to Allah, hearts that wept until one day they began to smile because they understood. The one who took everything away is the one who will return everything. A mystic once said, Allah's closeness is not a station, it is a state. When the heart begins to find Allah sufficient, know that you have been freed from the world. Such people no longer crave praise, relationships, or worldly honor. They desire only Allah's pleasure. They rise at night and weep, but not tears of complaint, tears of love. They say, "O Allah, I ask nothing from anyone anymore. Only keep me pleasing to you." This is the spiritual stage where the heart is no longer a seeker of love, but becomes a manifestation of love itself. Allah sometimes takes everything from us. Love, relationships, dreams, hopes, piece by piece begins to break. And we think maybe Allah is displeased with us. But the reality is, Allah is not angry, He is calling. When Allah loves a servant specially, He empties them of worldly love so that only one love remains in their heart, the love of Allah. This is where the real life of the soul begins, where one understands that peace is not with anyone, it is hidden in moments of closeness to Allah. O Allah, fill the broken hearts with your closeness. Pour your peace into those the world has left empty. Understand those whom no one understood. Give shelter of your love to those whom the world left alone. O Allah, make us yours. Let us connect to you and never be separated. Ameen. Hayat Deen is a spiritual journey where we seek Allah's love within the sorrows of the world. This is not just a story. It is an invitation for you, too, to return to the Lord who wants you in every state. This is a place where we speak from the heart and spread the light of connecting with Allah.